we go. Okay, let me read from my little script here. So this video is about my latest work on a single-player inventory system. It will be used in a game that I have in the works, heavily inspired by Deus Ex. It's also going to be a marketplace offering on the Unreal Marketplace with a possible C++ plugin version later released for multiplayer. That's tentative. I'm actually deciding whether or not to retrofit it into my online game design that I did a video about not that long ago, but that's neither here nor there. The work is predominantly for the marketplace, and because I like trying various systems out before I commit them to any game that I'm working on. With that said, everything I develop and release on the Unreal Marketplace has a dual purpose. They are all used as the basis for games I wish to develop, as well as tools that improve as my use for them improves. With this design philosophy, I can ensure that my marketplace offerings are always engineered to the highest standards and updated long term. This is to make them attractive to buyers while also having utility to my other work. So anyway, here's what we have so far. Okay, so press play. So you can, let's see where it was. Let me got two screens I'm working with. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. So you can collect weapons by just running over them, and that's going to be updated to have a collection interaction option as well before the release. As you can see from the HUD, it's set up like the original Deus Ex. So if I drag things from there, also let's see, it's Y key, I think. Yeah, you can reposition things. Again, it's like a Deus Ex type of inventory. Um, okay. And they can also be dropped back into the world. You can select them from the hotbar, right? And it shows that this is a hit scan weapon. So now if you notice the 9mm ammo is going down, again, that's temporary, okay? And you can select through the different weapons by pressing the different corresponding keys. And they can also be hosted. Um, okay, this is a projectile weapon. As you can see, it has a different crosshair. This crosshair actually comes out of the front of the gun itself, and it accurately portrays where the shots are going to go. So this is a projectile one. It differs from the hit scan. And again, the end user can select whether or not they want to use hit scan or projectile, and it will, the weapon itself will have the options to facilitate that essentially. Which this has a laser. It doesn't have to have a laser to show. I mean, it does have to have the crosshair, obviously, but the laser is just there for dramatic effect. Right? Let's see. The items can be dropped back into the world, so right, and they always end up a few feet in front of the player. Right? Where the hell that pistol? It probably went in the same spot as the rifle. I'm gonna work on having it, show up stacking better. But so if I go over that, I probably picked up both of them. Let's see. Yeah. So there we go. Everything works. There's no problems. Right? Animation. It's a little wonky. Got to work on that. He's like shaking. Not really good with animation blueprints. That's one of my weak points. But so you can jump with it. Fire. Let's see. I've opted to utilize the inventory approach that uses several different actors here. Unlike my previous video that the inventory in that project uses just one actor. This one is also a spatial grid based, where the other one was a basic slot inventory. The design choices differ here because multiplayer is a lot harder to do with spatial grid-based inventories, and having several different actors in multiplayer is a lot of extra work for hardly any benefit. Right? This project, like many of my projects, started on Unreal Engine 4, but I've been converting it over to 5, also making it with my own animation blueprints, so that added work is dragging the project. I got a lot of the Lyra stuff. I'm not using any plugins for the Lyra. I'm just using their animations with my own animation blueprint, and because I load the Lyra setup, it's way too complicated, over engineered if you ask me, but whatever. Um, and let's see. If you notice about the third person character, the way it behaves is sort of like Mass Effect, where you put on the gun and it gets up closer to him, right? And then you can holster it, and it goes back into a mode where you can mouse look around the character and all that. Um, I'm working on blending, and like if you look at his, I think that's a camera collision issue. I gotta fix that wonkiness right there. But you see how you zoom in, it goes closer to the shoulder, whatever. I think I also have a system built into it, but it's not implemented where it shows the aim down sights. There's like a camera on the gun. I got that idea from an old PlayStation game, but that's not either. But anyway, let's see. No weapons are full auto yet, but that's one of the last things I'm going to add, along with the Niagara effects to replace the current ones. I'd say the project is about 85% complete, maybe more if I cut some of the animation plans. The ammo is handled outside of the inventory. So, I mean, there's other items that you can have in the inventory. Ammo is not one of them. Um, and the UI for the ammo is nearly done. Obviously, you can see that if you use the weapons, um, they use up the different ammos. So see the pistol is using 9 millimeters. So it's set up. I just have to finish the visuals of the UI representation, and then it'll look nice. Let's see, what else? Another major hurdle I would say would account for at least 5% of the work left is to comment all the blueprints, make them clear for the end users. Actually, I'm not accounting for documentation at all, but we'll probably be doing some videos before release along with a detailed document. Writing instructions takes a lot of time, but I have a lot documented for my own notes already, so it won't be too rough, I believe. As long as I can make it sound good, because my notes are pretty all over the place with a lot of cursing in them, so I don't think that's going to go over well with the people who ever buy this. But anyway, I'm currently looking for feedback from any of the people that, as to what they like or dislike about what they see here currently, as well as features they would want in the system overall. I plan to add armor on the first update, but not on the initial update. I've been working on this way too long, um, and I just want to get it out there. But it's definitely something that's planned. Um, and I think that's about it. So, I look forward to hearing if anybody has questions or comments or anything. And thanks for watching.